Well, the next Omaha Classic film event will celebrate a romance classic somewhere in time.
With this series, there's always a special guest. We were thrilled to learn this time around it's none other than Jane Seymour.
Film historian Bruce Crawford, he puts this thing all together. We know that, right? And also hear from the Nebraska Kidney Association, Tim Neal. Good to see you, Tim.
Hi,
how are you?
Bruce, good morning.
This is a big get for you. Jane Seymour's coming to Omaha.
Yeah, she's truly one of the top, she's in the top 20 icons of the last 30, 40 years of actresses, I'd have to say. She's way up there high.
I mean, who would you put her in the same category? I mean, with...
oh gosh, there's many.
There's a handful of them.
Yeah, there's a handful. She became kind of the queen of a miniseries on TV for quite a while too, but she's iconic for motion pictures, particularly like the James Bond Live and Let Die, and the Ray Harryhausen fantasy classic Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. That was where her and I connected. Yeah. And oh my gosh, it's been so many films and TV shows she's been in, and she's quite the marketing guru, and she's become a legendary artist and painter now, which is part of a reason for her visit.
And jewelry designer. We think about all of the things that she's doing.
An author.
What will she be up to the night of the event? What do you expect her role to be, her interaction with fans to be like?
Well, like we always do, we go on stage, Tim goes on and introduces welcomes the audience and introduces me. It's a charity, of course, is for the Nebraska Kidney Association, and I introduce Miss Seymour. She'll come out and speak, and she'll introduce the movie. And during the film, probably, but certainly afterwards, she's going to have a meet and greet book and art sale. She's going to have her art prints, and they start at $25, and her books start at $15, autographed by Jane Seymour. You can't beat that.
Yeah. The paintings, though, I didn't realize she had become a painter.
She is in exhibits. She has exhibits nationwide in galleries, and her paintings are absolutely breathtaking. They're like a combination of Monet and Gauguin. Just a beautiful, impressionistic look. Wow. And she'll be here, you know, the day of the event.
On the Friday
November 4th,
of the event.
We're going to have her here.
Mike's already.
I love Jane Seymour. I mean,
what man doesn't?
Well, we love Jane Seymour. But this, Somewhere in Time, though, this is a classic. Can we talk about that movie?
It's a cult classic. It's a romance classic, and it's Christopher Reeve. And part of the reason why I'm doing this is I don't want people to forget him, because he was a great man and a great actor, and he was a fine human being too.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
He was a great person.
He was a great guy, and his tragic death, it just still breaks your heart to think that the accident he had 20 plus years ago, and then he died over 11 years now. It's hard to believe he's been gone. He died young. He's not even 50, I think. And this is the film he was really the most proud of, actually. Even though it really was, because it's based on Richard Matheson's fantasy, where a man loves this woman so much that he wills himself back in time to 1912 to be at the Mackinac Island Grand Hotel to be with this great beauty, this beautiful actress. Jane Seymour portrays an actress, a stage actress, and he wills himself back to be with her. And so it's a time travel fantasy in a sense, but it's a romance classic, and it is a much beloved movie. But with Jane Seymour coming, you know, it's just going to put it over the top, because she's such an iconic figure.
These events sell out.
Well, there's no question this probably
Right. I mean,
will.
this is sort of laughable to even make that statement, but now, at this point,
we're ahead, 12 days ahead, yes.
Are still available.
Yes.
So, Bruce, where can our viewers
go to
get
Hy-Vee, go to any Omaha Hy-Vee and get your tickets. $23, you can't beat it.
Nice.
And it gets you a seat in the theater. She'll be on stage talking, and you get an opportunity to get an autograph line and get one of her books or prints. It's just going to be quite an amazing event.
Yeah, Tim, the Nebraska Kidney Association. You've partnered with Bruce on these events for a number of years. How does this benefit the Kidney Association?
Well, it does a couple things. First of all, it does a lot of things with PR. It gets our name out there when we get a chance to have our name featured in any of the media outlets and being on TV. Absolutely. But it also generates some revenue for us as well. And I also want to tag along that if people aren't near one of the local Hy-Vees, they can certainly go online at www.kidneyne.org and purchase tickets online as well.
And call your office.
Absolutely, either way.
What do you do? What does the Nebraska Kidney Association do? Like Monday through Friday, what is your mission?
Well, our mission is to basically improve the lives of all Nebraskans through advocacy, early disease detection, education, and patient services. And we cover the whole state.
Like, okay, that's the elevator pitch, but what does that really mean on the ground level?
That means we try and do some things preventative, because people that 1 in 6 Nebraskans is at risk of developing kidney failure. That's 303,000 Nebraskans. So people that have high blood pressure or diabetes or have family members with either one of those conditions, or they're over the age of 60, they're at risk. And, you know, they can certainly go to their doctor's office and have these tests done, but we do screenings throughout the state that we offer for free. And we give people an idea that, hey, you know, you're doing the right things. Or oftentimes I find out people say, my blood pressure doesn't normally run this, or I know I should be taking my pills, but I'm not. And I go, yeah, you really should be. And then I can come in from a layperson and say, I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you what this does to your kidneys.
And it's that awareness component, and more so probably than the fundraising, the money you generate from this event is that awareness to get people to start thinking about their health.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And congratulations on the golf. We do events all the time, and we see this fella at an event 2 weeks ago now, and
you
he
won an
wins a
auction
prize.
item. Yeah,
We're
won an
like
auction item.
in the audience going, woo woo, way to go, Tim. He's like, oh, you people are crazy.
But I think it's important too,
Yeah.
you know, when someone's in my role, that you can't just be asking the people, you know, for
It's
money
so
all the
true.
time.
No, yeah.
That you got to be supporting other people as well.
You're out there supporting other causes
That
too,
is
Tim.
that
That's
is
a
an
good point.
excellent. Listen, and you're a great guy, and comes from a great family. I mean, all of these things are important because it speaks back to why you do what you do. And I know what you do at the Nebraska Kidney Association, it is a calling for you.
Absolutely.
Bruce, what you're doing with this film event, it is about the art. This is a calling for
Well, this
you.
is my 39th event in 24 years. And I think I've done, the 39, I've done 20 with you.
Yeah.
It's got to be
Something
at
like
least
that.
25 maybe, because Tim and I have worked together on so many events.
I don't know that you brought in anybody
Well, I was gonna- yeah, I
bigger
was gonna
than
say-
Jay. Maybe you have, maybe
Debbie
you'd say
Reynolds.
yes.
We've had some
Debbie
huge
Reynolds,
stars.
big one, too,
We've
yeah.
had some huge
That's
stars.
true.
We've had,
But Jane is going to be
Does
here.
this
She's one of the
do you
biggest.
think this ranks within the top 5?
Oh, I think Jane Seymour, she's younger in that. Most of our
Right.
guests are much older, you know, from
Yeah.
classic Hollywood. She's a middle-aged lady, so
Yeah.
she's from the 70s up till now. She's still very active and still incredibly beautiful, and she is truly an iconic figure.
Well, we can't wait to meet her next week.
She'll be here in about
November
10, 12
4th.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
November 4th is the date that she will be here.
Get your tickets, folks.
And you can do that by contacting the Nebraska Kidney
Go to Hy-Vee.
Association or going to Hy-Vee.
That's right.
Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Good to
And it
see
is
you.
next Friday.
A week
Yes.
from this Friday.
All right. Thanks, guys. Think about the circus.